Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, if you're new to my channel, I am just Jules. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment below if you enjoyed this content. Okay. So today, as you guys can see, based off the title, this video is about a life-changing journey that I went through a few years ago, and that was losing my daughter. One of the main reasons why I created this channel is because I want to share this story specifically because I know there are a lot of people out there who has been through the same thing, whether you're the mother or you're the father. I know that it is not an easy issue or situation to go through. And I also want everyone to know who's been through situations like these to know that you are definitely not alone. So I hope that my story help you out there who has been through this same thing, because yeah, it's definitely not easy at all. All right, so I found out I was pregnant in 2015, like around September. Yeah, September-ish, like late September. Pretty much me and my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, had went out to celebrate a former co-worker of mine's birthday, and he had bought me like this alcohol and this drink, and for some odd reason that drink was not sitting well with me. It's like I just couldn't stand the sight of it. It was just like ew, and that never happened to me. And I took a sip of it, and even when I took a sip, I'm like, okay, oh heck no, like get this thing away from me. So pretty much I did not drink it, and that's something that I don't do, don't usually do. So anyhow, that was that. But I never had thought anything of it yet, because I was just like, okay, maybe I ate something bad and I was just not feeling it, because I'm not a drinker, but when I drink, I don't waste whatever. Anyways, I wasted, and it didn't dawn on me yet. So anyhow, a few weeks later, I started noticing that my cycle never came on. And usually, I'm a regular person. I have a regular flow, so I'm not the type to skip a few days or become late or anything like that. So when that happened, I knew something was up. So before I knew, I was like texting my friends, my tracker, and I was showing them like, oh my God, look, what the heck is going on? I hope I'm not pregnant. You know, I think I'm pregnant, whatever. So I let days go by, because I'm like, okay, because my friends was like, okay, let a few days go by, then, you know, maybe you should take a pregnancy test. So, okay, I let that happen. So I think it was like the third to fifth day I was late. I went to the dollar store and I got a test. And y'all listen, them dollar store tests, pregnancy tests, are legit just as much as those other tests that we be spending about 15, 12, whatever, buku cash on. Okay, just know Dollar Tree is legit. Anyhow, so I took the test, but I waited till my boyfriend was not in the house. So I did it, and as soon as I took the test, it was positive, and I was like, oh my God, I was nervous. So then I called, like, I think about three of my friends. I called three of my friends, I think 3 or 4 of my friends, and I told them, I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant, and this and that and the third, like, whatever. But my reaction was not because I was scared of what other people was going to think or my parents was going to say. Because, well, first of all, one, at the time I was 25, but still, you know, parents in general want you to be married or whatever first. But at that moment, I did not care about any of that. What really was on my mind was, sis ain't trying to push. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I'm not ready to push. Because I know when I was a baby, well, when I was born, I was a big baby. So I'm like, Lord, I know I'm about to have a big baby and I'm not ready to push. That was, I promise you, that was my thought. So anyways, so, you know, I'm like, okay, I have to break it down to him and stuff. But, you know, I knew he wasn't going to take it hard, but I'm just like, how am I going to do this? So once he got inside, I'm like, babe, you know, and I broke it down to him, and he froze. He was just like, And he was like, let me take a cold shower and then I'll give you my response. So he took a shower, he got out of the shower, he's like, what did you say? And I'm like, I'm pregnant. And then I showed him the test, and he was happy, but he was mostly shocked because we were doing grown people stuff, so things happen, but we really was not expecting to get pregnant at that time. So anyways, fast forward, I went to the clinic to make sure, I verified that I was really pregnant. Okay, that happened. So I verified I was pregnant. And from that day, it was just definitely life-changing for me, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to be a mom. So now it's time to, get my stuff together. Period, point blank. At that time, I was in school, and I was trying to get my associate's degree. So pretty much I was trying to finish like all the classes that I had left. And I think I had like about, I did. I had about 5 classes left. I had 5 classes left. 2 of them was math, and the rest, I forgot. But they were like not easy classes at all. So I remember going to see an advisor from the college. And I told the advisor, like, I'm trying to take the 5 classes or whatnot. And Buddy was trying to convince me not to, because I had 2 math, a science class, and some other 2. And this was his exact words. He said, I've seen so many pregnant girls just like you do this, and they fail their classes, and they come back to me crying and begging me to be able to retake their classes. And because he said that to me, I'm like, you know what? First of all, one, I'm doing this for my child, and I'm not going to let this man bring me down just because I'm pregnant. Just because you've seen other girls, been through that doesn't mean I'm going to go through that too. So I'm like, I don't care. I want to take those 5 classes. I'm going to take those 5 classes. Anyways, so when I found out I was pregnant, I was 6 weeks. So that was like October. So around like December-ish, when I was supposed to hear, like, when we were supposed to hear like heartbeats, because I was getting sick a lot. Like, I was just like, I wasn't keeping nothing down. So I was always in the emergency room, and like these people were seriously tired of me, like to the point that this one nurse was like, you're supposed to go through this, right? And I'm looking at her like, okay, but I feel like I'm dying right now. So anyways, so the first time I went, they did like blood work and check. They did the ultrasound and stuff, and they was like, usually they're supposed to hear a heartbeat at the time, but they couldn't hear a heartbeat. So I'm just like, okay, I got nervous because I'm like, okay, this is scary. I don't want to lose my daughter and all that. Well, I didn't know it was a girl yet. I didn't know the sex of the baby. So I'm like, I don't want to lose her, like, because I already started to get attached. So, they told me I need to come again and stuff like that in a few weeks. So, okay, a few weeks passed by. I went again. For some reason, it's just something in me was just like, let go and just let God deal with it. So that's exactly what I did. So I just let go. I'm like, I'm just going in there with a clear mind and let them do their job. So when I went in there, they did the ultrasound, the blood work, all that. And then finally they said they hear her heartbeat. So I was like, oh my God, thank you, God. I was nervous and stuff. So when I told my parents, Lord, my parents, Haitian parents, first of all, my mom did not take it well. But after that, she accepted it. And my dad, same thing, after he accepted it. So we fast forward. During the semester, I took my classes. I finally found out it was a girl. I think I found out my 4th month. I found out 4th month. And, usually doctors would tell you like the trimester where you're supposed to be careful and watch out is usually like your first trimester. So I did everything right my first trimester. So then I entered my second trimester. I did, I wasn't scared anymore because I thought that, it's your first trimester that you're supposed to be cautious. Well, really cautious. But anyways, I wasn't doing nothing wrong anyhow. But it's just that it was never in my mind that, something would happen to me. So 4 months, I'm still in school, still doing what I need to do. I know I was graduating in May, and my due date was June. Yes, she was supposed to be due in June. So I just entered my last trimester, which was in February. I just became 6 months pregnant when everything just like totally came crashing down for me. Whew, this is scary. Okay, this is really scary. So that Sunday, well, no, the week before, I had an appointment to my normal checkup, and she was fine. We heard the heartbeat. She was there. We saw her, all that. So then that Sunday came. Sunday came, and something in my spirit was like, you need to fast. For some reason, I just felt like I needed to fast. And this is not me preaching to anyone or anything like that. This is just something that I, experienced myself. And I'm not like a huge religious person or anything like that. But, I do believe in some things, which was that moment I felt like something told me, go ahead and fast. And I did not know what it was for. So I fasted from social media. So I fasted, and that was that. So that Wednesday, I woke up and I just wasn't feeling too right. So I know my friend had texted me that morning, was like, can I come pick her up for school? And I was just telling her, I was like, for some reason, I'm not feeling right at all. I think I'm just going to put myself on bed rest. That's exactly what I told her. So I was laying down all day, but I also had woke up and I texted my friend who was also pregnant with me at the time. I'm like, hey, look, have you experienced this? Have you experienced that? And I know everyone do not go through the same thing during their pregnancy, but at that time, I was just not aware of like my symptoms or what I was going through. So I texted her and I was like, have you been through this, and that, and third? And she was like, no, or whatnot, just lay down, or like just take the Tylenol, because we were able to take Tylenol. So, but I didn't have it, but she was like, just take something or whatnot. So then I texted my other friend who had a child already. I was like, look, when you were pregnant, did you blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I think she said no or yes, something like that. So she was like, take a warm shower and, you'll be okay. You should be fine. So I was like, okay. So I went and I took a warm shower. And then as I got out the shower, the mucus plug came out. So usually mucus plug, from what I know, mucus plug come out when, your water's about to break or something like that. Anyhow, the mucus plug came out, and I was just like, oh my God, what is this? And I wasn't aware of what it was at the moment. So I'm like, okay, something is wrong. So low key, I was feeling some type of pain. So my boyfriend, he was at work. So I told him what was going on, and I told him, when you get home, we got to go to the hospital. So he told me he was almost done work and he's going to come and we're going to go. So, okay, so I lay down, but at that moment when I lay down, now the pain was it just became like more. It wasn't bad, but it was like cramp bad, like, oh my gosh. And when I felt that pain, I was just like, oh my God, this ain't too right. Let me just lay down and try to go to sleep. I tried to go to sleep, but the pain wasn't letting me go to sleep. So finally he came home, and it was like, I think that was like about less than an hour after I started feeling those pain. So when he came upstairs, he tried to help me get dressed, but as soon as he helped me get dressed, I felt like this major contraction was coming. So that contraction came, and my water broke in the bathroom, and like literally all you saw was just water, yeah. So anyways, so at that moment, I just said to him, I was like, look, this little girl's not gonna make it. And it's like, at that time, it's like, it's not about being optimistic or being pessimistic, but it was just that mother's intuition. Like, I know my daughter did not survive. So So anyways, he, as he got nervous, as a man, he didn't know what to do. So he was just like, let's go. He helped me put on my dress. He took a towel and put it on the car so I could sit on. And yeah, he did that. And literally this man is just flying on the road. And I'm just like, look, dude, like, I feel like I'm about to go into labor, and you just speeding and about to like make me do this in the car, like he's nervous and I'm just upset. And I just started calling people. I called my mom, I called my sister, and I'm just like boohoo crying, like, because I was just like, I lost it. So when we got to the hospital, they took us in the back, and the police officer who helped me was just like, his daughter was premature, don't be scared, that everything's gonna be okay and stuff like that. So he helped me relax, so I was calm. And then they brought me into the room, and like I was just sending my friends, just telling them what's going on. So it's crazy because the night before, we literally just booked someone for our baby shower. Literally just booked her, and we were supposed to give her the money that Friday. And also my sister was sending a crib over to us that Friday, which is like crazy how these things happen. And just like, okay. Anyways, so when I got to the room, the nurse came. She did the ultrasound for me. I didn't hear nothing. I know she didn't hear nothing. I looked at her, and like, there's no heartbeat. And that's when she said, oh, the doctor is gonna be in shortly, and he will explain to you what's going on, this and that and the third. And I'm just like, oh God, what the heck? Just let me know already and stop letting it linger. So as I waited, my mother came, my sister came, and pretty much they were just there with me. And the doctor came. He finally told me there was no heartbeat, and that they're gonna have to induce my labor, and that I was gonna actually pretty much go into labor. I don't remember the exact words, but he pretty much saying I was gonna go into labor that Friday. Mind you, this was Wednesday. He said I was gonna go into labor Friday. I don't know why, but that's what he said. So he said they're gonna have to induce my labor and all this other thing. But for some reason, it's like this lady, this nurse was like God sent. You hear me? Like, she was definitely God sent, because without her, I don't think I would have been able to make it through. And so the nurse, after he left, the nurse came in, and she's like, I don't know why he said that we're gonna have to induce your labor, because you're definitely ready. So that was that. So she was like, we're gonna let you, basically your body do its thing. So as I was there, my friends started coming, and more pain started coming, like my contractions. I started getting nauseous and all of that. And then I started getting nauseous, and then contractions, like, wasn't just, I couldn't deal with it. And they said that they were ordering, they had to put in the order for the medicine to help the pain relief for me and stuff like that. But Lord knows that thing was taking long. I don't know how long it was, but it feels like it was hours that I had to wait. So my church pastor at the time, he came, and so once he got there, and everybody was there, they started praying for me. And as he was praying, I felt like this one more contraction, and Lord, that contraction was so painful. Like, and it's crazy because before he prayed, the nurse came, she gave me the medication, which I felt like I was getting ready to doze off, but I don't know if it was too late or something. So right when I felt like I was dozing off and they were praying, it's like that contraction came. She told everybody, I'm like, look, I feel the head. And then the nurse told everybody to come out, and they was like, oh my God, you're ready. And then that's when they was like, okay, go ahead and push. And I pushed, and that's what I remember. you know, everybody literally, all my friends was literally out in the hallway just boohoo crying. But it's like, for some reason at that time, I could not feel not a thing. I didn't feel no emotions. I didn't feel no pain. I didn't feel nothing. I don't know if it was the medication that was doing that, or really like, or was it just that my body was in shock. So the nurse asked me, do I want to see her or do I want to hold her? And I said no. I said no. The reason why I said no is because I didn't want that that image to stick in my head, because I know, like, once I would have saw her, I think I would have been scarred for the rest of my life, like, seriously. The most that I asked her for was a photo of her feet, and that was pretty much it. But I told her, they could have her lay down, because they was like, do I want them to just take her away or have her lay down for people to, come see her? And I was like, you could do that. You can have her lay down and people could come and see her. And it's like emotionally, I was not in pain, but physically I was just like hurting inside. But it's just like, I just couldn't I couldn't let my emotions out. I really couldn't. And so when all that happened, my mom, being a spiritual woman that she is, Lord, my mama, thank God for her, she got up and she was just like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, God is good. All that. And everybody's looking at her like, what's wrong with sis? But, like, at first I was like that too. But then I thought about it and I'm like, there's a reason why she did that. And she did that because she was like, during that experience, I could have lost my life. And she was like, yes, I lost my daughter, but it could have been both of us that would have been gone. And she was like, God is still good. You are alive. You are still breathing. And that's why she's rejoicing. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. And I'm like, oh God, thank you, God, for my mom. So literally everybody's just still crying. I just couldn't. But my mother-in-law, well, my soon-to-be mother-in-law, she was there. My mom, they stayed with me. I shut off my phone because I had I had sent out invitations to everyone for my baby shower, but I went online. I just deleted it. Like, I was just so angry, and I'm like, no, forget this, and I just deleted, and everybody just started asking questions, so I had to just turn off my phone. So, it's like after I left that hospital, it's like that's when it got real. Like, that's when, you really had to like face life. And it's crazy. My OB, she was like, it's weird because I was just there. I literally was just there, and nothing was wrong with her. She was good and well, and nothing was wrong. They didn't see nothing was wrong. So they were just as confused as I was. So of course the hospital was going to do a test and let me know what happened. So before I left the hospital, I think it was before I left the hospital, it had to be. So they did a test on her and my placenta. They said that the reason why she passed away is because there was a blood clot in her umbilical cord, which caused her to not be able to breathe, and she caught a stroke and she passed away. The doctor said she passed away a few days before, but hey, my OB was like, that is not true, because I was just there. But I'm not gonna sit and dwell on that. Cause at that point, I just don't know who knew or who knew the answers. It was just like, now I just gotta face life. And it got hard. It got really hard. Like, so anyhow, when I got home, people were visiting me, but it's like, as soon as people left, I was just like, I felt alone. like my fiance, he was there and stuff. Like, he took time off and he was there with me. And it's crazy because how people are so, I don't know the word to say, but like, people were just telling him, like, oh, don't cry in front of her, you're supposed to be strong, and you can't this and that and the third. Oh my God. And it was just like, are you serious right now? Like, he literally just lost his daughter too. So I know you guys are trying to make him strong for me, but at the same time, he has feelings too. So anyways, he was there taking care of me, and I literally, like, I was suffering. I was suffering, but it's just that I felt like I really had to fight through this one. And I think, like, about, because it's crazy, because like around that time, I think spring break was like the week after from school. So because this happened February 24th, 2016. And I went back to school after spring break, and because I'm like, I told that man I was gonna do this, and I was not just doing it for myself, I was doing it for her. So I'm like, no, I'm about to kick ass and finish school and get my associate's degree. And guess what? That's exactly what the hell I did. I completed all 5 classes with 4 A's and a B plus, because I was like, nope, I'm not about to fail, because I got this. I'm doing this for her. So I did that, and I got my associate's degree. Did I walk? No, I didn't, but I felt like I accomplished something for her. But it's like it got really hard, because it's like, at the moment, you don't want to rain on other people's parade. Like, other people were getting pregnant, and people around you was just getting pregnant too. People were having baby showers and all that stuff, and it was just like, oh my God, like, you just gotta, it's like, I don't know, it's like people just want you to suck it up. And it's like, it was just hard. It's like, at the time, you trying to suck it up and put up a facade, you're dying inside. Like, literally, I was dying inside. But it's like, still, once time will go by, I was like, I can't let myself die inside like that. Even though I didn't want to see no one at the time or talk to anybody. I'm like, no, I'm gonna talk to God. And pretty much that's what I did. I literally, and to everybody's different, like I said, but for me, I was just like, I need to talk to God. So, like, my faith definitely did grow stronger. I don't know, like, I had a journal, I was writing down in my journal and stuff like that. But still, I still was putting a fake front when I was in front of people, because it was just like, I feel like, who would want to sit there and literally listen to my problems? That was literally my thought. Like, who want to? So I just held everything, and I have been holding everything in since then. Like, because it's like, sometimes, like, even now, like, I'll have my moments where I just want to just go under my covers and, like, let it be dark and just be in my own world. But it's like, because it's like, you don't want people to be tired of you talking and stuff like that. But, that's really not the point. I made the commitment to myself that before my wedding day come, I am going to see a therapist. I have to. I really, truly have to, because after I get married, I do want to try again. But it's like, throughout that journey, it's like sometimes people were not considerate. It's like people were saying, like, oh my God, when are you going to try again? Oh, at least, you can have kids and stuff like that. You can always try again. People would say, oh my God, like, why are you still carrying around this baby weight? Why you didn't lose the baby weight? This and that and the third. Like, literally rude comments. And it's like, people, like, I literally pushed this little girl out. I literally was carrying around breast milk, with no baby. And I literally gained weight after the pregnancy. And all you guys are saying is that, all these unnecessary comments. So it's like, you know, I really had to block everyone out. Like, I had to shut everyone out. And if I didn't shut everyone out, Lord knows I would have went ballistic. But I seriously shut everyone out. Some things would make me cry, but then, you know, as time went by, I like shut everyone out, and I'm like, look, it's not about them. This is me, and all that matters is how I feel. And honestly, that's what helped me continue on. And a lot of times people would say to me, like, you know, they was like, I don't know how you did it. You know, how did you even get through it? And if that was me, I would have died, and, you know, this and that and the third. And I'm like, you know what? Honestly, thank you, Jesus. It's nothing but God. Nothing but God is the reason why I was able to make it. Like, seriously. So I share my story because, you know, like, a lot of people really feel like they're alone. I thought I was alone too. And it's until like I would put like statuses and on my Facebook, and I would say, you know, certain things, and, you know, different women would come or inbox me and say, I went through the same thing. It's crazy because I didn't know, you know, you went through this, or, you know, this was my experience. Some people went through it 20 years ago and still, they're still feeling the same pain, because like after that moment, it's like you're never gonna be the same ever again. I am not the same person that I was before then. I'm really not. But and it's like, you know, when that happened, it was just like when women was just reaching out to me, telling me, and, you know, when time was going by and I started seeing that people that I knew started to go through the same thing too, it was just like, oh my goodness, this goes on more than you usually think it does. So it just was like, no, like, I want to help, you know, other women who go through this. I want to, you know, start like, not like a movement, but I want to start something, you know, for us women to share our stories of, you know, what we went through as well, you know, because that is just a traumatizing experience. It's scary. Like, I just have no words for it. But you know, like, I don't know how to end this, but pretty much like, people, like, you are definitely not alone. I am here with you guys too. I've been there as well, and I'm here to listen to anybody who just want to talk about it, who wants to vent about it, or who's been through something else that wants me to listen. I am here. I'm always an opening ear, because, you know, there's times like I had people who actually sat and listened to me, you know, when I needed to vent. I have those friends who were really there, and I truly, Lord, that support group is definitely wholeheartedly another thing that I truly needed. If it wasn't for God, if it wasn't my fiance, and if it wasn't my support group, my surrounding, those friends that was there for me, Lord, thank you. Like, literally, I'm saying thank you to y'all, because y'all the reason why I am literally still here. So just as I had a support group, I want other women to know that I will be your support as well. Like, I want to be that person. So I hope my story definitely helps someone out there. And I hope that, you know, you're able to share your story like I did mine, because that story definitely could help somebody else, and so on and so forth. So to end this off, you know, do what you want to do. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, like and comment your story. And also, don't forget to, if you want, you can send me an email personally if you don't want to put it in the comments. I'm always here to listen, and I will see you on my next video.